What's up, y'all? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and I'm back out here at Oxford Circle's Raiders Field again, and I'm out here with the Bugs 8, the brand new Bugs 8. And I apologize to you guys for not getting that night flight out. I was waiting for the battery to charge, and it was taking forever, and I fell asleep. So I'm back out here early in the morning to test this thing. So we got an SD card in here. The SD card goes in the quad, actually, up in the side of the little FPV module here. There's a slot for an SD card, and so I have an SD card in there. They don't give you one, so you have to provide your own. It does have a little thing here on the side where you can access this, but access the SD card, but it's very hard to get in there. Let me pop this off so you guys can see that. So right in here, that's where the SD card goes, but it's hard to get to it without unscrewing this and removing the module. But I managed to get it in there without removing the module. And so I did test to see if my other monitor, my Eachine monitor, could pick up this FPV feed, and it does, but there's some RSSI information that shows up on the stock screen that doesn't show up on the other FPV feeds. So it does have telemetry between the monitor as well as the transmitter. The transmitter still alarms when you get to LVC, and this time the quad has a buzzer on it too, so the quad beeps as well. And so we got two batteries. Let's plug this thing up and test it out. Stop running my yap. Oh, when you first receive this, you have to hold down the red button before you turn on the transmitter, and that puts the transmitter in bind mode, and then you have to bind this to the transmitter. When I first got this, it wouldn't bind, and I was trying to figure out why it wouldn't bind, and then I remembered that with the Bugs 3 you had to do that. Oh, and this does connect to the Bugs 3 transmitter as well, but it seems a little wonky. Something's not right with it, so I wouldn't advise flying it like that. It seemed like it was a delay or something. Let's see, this grass is kind of tall. Maybe I should take off from the dirt. I didn't want to pick up a lot of dirt or anything. Let me turn on the screen, make sure we get in the feed. Okay. Okay, so we were able to take off. As you can see, this thing is really stable. Check it out. Let me get away from this sun. Maybe you guys can't see it because of the sun, so let me face this direction here. So check it out. It's really stable. I think we're in low rates now. Let's check the yaw rate. No, we must be in high rates. So that's the yaw. That's side aileron. Forward pitch. Let's do backwards pitch. That's backwards pitch there. Let's go back to, we're in low rate now. Let's look at low rates. This is low rates aileron. A little slower. That's the forward pitch. Backwards pitch there. And let's see. The yaw, that's the yaw rate on low. And this thing does do flips. Let's do a flip. You have to press the button, and then it's the same way as the Bugs 3. You press the button, then hit the input direction that you want it to flip. It does do forward flips. Let's do a punch out. So punch out is not that impressive, and this thing isn't that heavy either. So let's look at it again. That's full throttle up. And if you drop the throttle all the way when it's in the air, it doesn't come down straight. So let's see how fast this thing flies. We're in high rates. Man, the sun is killing my eyes. Let me face this direction over here. So it's not bad, but this is definitely not as fast as a real racer. But this is for beginners, so keep that in mind. So when you drop throttle, the props don't stop spinning, but it doesn't come down leveled though. That's the best funnels you can do with it right there. It has a nice yaw rate. As you can see there, really nice yaw rate. Okay, let's take some photos with it. Okay, should have taken a photo there. Take a photo there. Now let me start recording. I'm getting some breakup in the video feed. It's very clear now. Off and on, it seems like it gets clear and then it breaks up again. So let's start recording video. I took a picture there. Let's see, you have to hold it down until it beeps twice. And now we're recording now. It's recording video. So let's see if I can do some FPV with this. Man, it breaks up. I can't even see it anymore. I had to bring it down. And I have no clue where it is on the field, so I'm just going to walk down here until reception comes back to it. So really bad reception on this thing, and this grass is wet. I hope it didn't damage anything. My feet are getting wet. So here it is here. Everything's intact. But bad reception on it. I think they should have included maybe an antenna for the screen here. So you can't really fly that far with it. I'm not getting any reception now. And it's not that far away from me. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video to make sure I got this. Okay, the video stopped. So you don't want to fly too far away with this thing. It seems to have better reception up in the air, or it went away. So when this quad turns a certain direction, the reception gets bad. So I'm guessing the battery might be blocking the antenna or something. We might be able to improve that by moving the antenna. I think that's the antenna on this side there. It's being held onto the side of the quad. On this side, I think we have the antenna for the receiver. And so whenever we turn around, we lose reception. So let's just fly it around. So FPV reception, not all that great. But it's a nice flyer though. And I'm not getting any alarms saying that I'm losing reception with the transmitter or anything like that. I'm getting an LVC warning now though. Let's see if the quad is beeping now. You guys can hear that? And the lights are flashing too. So now the transmitter and the quad alarms. Let's see how long the LVC lasts. I'm wondering if I had my Eachine monitor out here, would the reception be better? Is it just this monitor? Because this monitor here doesn't have an antenna sticking out of it. So with this monitor here, you're not going to be doing any far FPV with it. There's no delay in it. There is an emergency stop on it. If you hold down the red button, it cuts the throttle and everything. It stops the motors from spinning, and it'll fall. So don't do that from high up. Just doing some funnels here. So the LVC warning is pretty long. I don't know how long we've been flying now, but it seemed like we've been out here for a while. But I did lose it for quite some time. I think I was looking for it for at least 4 minutes. Just doing some low flying here, waiting for it to land, or whatever it's going to do when it loses power completely. Let's see if it'll flip. Nope, no flips. Look at the yaw rate again. The yaw rate seems to stay the same unless it's not letting me switch. Yeah, it's not letting me change my rates now. It's just staying in high rates while it's in LVC. And it's still going. Okay, it went down that time. Okay, so that's it. Got some grass all over it. Let me stop it from beeping. So that's it. A quick demo of this thing. The Bugs 8. It seems pretty decent overall, but this monitor here, the FPV reception isn't that great with it. I think it can be solved by them putting a antenna in here, but as of now, it appears to be no way to do that. I don't know if we open this thing up, if there's an antenna in there that we can pop out of it or whatnot, but the FPV reception is very short with this monitor. It looks nice though, and this screen is pretty wide. The lens on here is pretty wide, so it's nice for FPV and all. And as far as the quad is awesome. I like the quad, but it's just the FPV monitor here that doesn't have very far reception. This doesn't come with it, by the way. The FPV monitor is a separate purchase, so and the goggles as well. So that's it. The MJX Bugs 8. Thanks for watching.